AShinyObject.
Real feel Godzilla and Kong really aren't going to differ in size from their prior counterparts, but hey, they're separate sizes. Let's go! I'm gonna start with Fursuit Kong because good lord, he is basic. But he's got felt material all over most of his plastics, and surprisingly enough, a lot of the furrier details on Kong actually aren't going to be lost in the felt. Neither will the screw holes. But no, I do give Playmates credit. I really wasn't expecting too much to come out of Fursuit Kong. Worst case scenario, he was going to look like a furry blob with Omega Infinity Beast Fapper. But no, to my surprise, retains detail. Cool. And I actually really do like that his skin will be plastic. It helps the differentiation process, and overall, it does just look cool. Kong's eyes are actually going to be looking forward, although this one over here is a bit further down than this one over here. In terms of facial structures, Kong still looks like he's trying to cork out a 12-year-old hot shit. But my god, look at all that detail. It almost looks wrong. I believe this is a bit of a thinner face for that of Kong than we've seen in Playmates figures beforehand, but as far as the 6-inch line goes, I don't know if I've ever gotten this face before. I know Battle Axe Kong had something similar, but not quite like this. Omega Infinity Fapper over here is going to look exactly like it did in prior Kong figures. Yellow, same amount of detail, robotics, some of it's actually going to be felt now, i.e. everything on the opposing side of the arm, which is kind of funny. Of course, except for his hand, represented by gray plastic. Not too much else to say here. It's a Pacific Rim asset. Go figure. We do get a little bit of an outline over here for the monkey belly button. I think that's what that probably hopefully is. That might be a little bit further down. Well, there's a bulge over here. Then we've got the legs, which, hey, they look like furry legs. It's cool. Really dig how the felt material just drapes over Kong's feet. Feet will retain toenail and knuckle wrinkle detail. Isn't it weird to say that your toes have knuckles? It's kind of like saying your dick has an elbow. Now we can take a look at the monkey titties over here, and the scar is actually kind of peeling off over here. What the fuck? Well, Kong, we knew it. You faked those injuries, and you just got these as removable tattoos. You're lame. See, that's the one part about having a felt figure. I'm going to be picking felt shit off of my table for a week. Yeah, the monkey titties, got a little bit of monkey nip over there, some monkey abdominals. This is really cool, really awesome, really great. I know Kong's an ape. I'm going to keep saying monkey. I'm sorry. Now we turn him around. Bro's got his screw hole in his gooch. Although the viscosity of the cheekage is nowhere near as good as Roller Derby Kong, there is still ample cheeks to be had here. Solid stuff. Oh, wait, I don't do that anymore. Articulation. Full swivel at the head. Full swivel at the arm. And the other arm. Nothing at the wrist. Nothing at the other wrist. Full swivel at the leg. Full swivel at the other leg. Nothing at the ankle. And yes, quite obviously, there will be no bend at the elbow, and there will be no out motions at Kong's shoulder blades over here. He's all felt. Not all the technological advancements in cheap kids' toys have been carried over, but that's okay. Fursuit Omega Deluxe Real Feel Felt Kong is quite nice. It sacrifices that of some articulation, but it does just kind of look cool. Moving on. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all ever slap the underbelly of a fish? That's what this motherfucker real feels like. Yeah, Godzilla, he's all rubber. You can't tell because, you know, you're watching me handle the figure and you're not handling it yourself. But let me just say, if you threw this guy in the sink and tried messing with him, it'd probably feel a whole lot like trying to shove. Yeah, all that's gonna have to be censored out. All things considered. It's funny because the eyes are perfect, but something about his face is just funny. All things considered, real feel underbelly fish goji over here is actually quite nice. There's going to be some retooling that I'm sure you've all already caught wind of, but this figure it's good. That aforementioned retooling will be the elbow spikes. They are no longer blades. They are the little nubs that Godzilla had in the movie. And they will actually be that magenta magnetica pink. And believe it or not, the paint to translucent rubberized bits actually goes off pretty well. Granted, it's still not one-to-one, and I don't think it ever will be, but Playmates, just make a figure that's made completely out of this color, add some black paint to it, kind of like what you did with your new Burning Godzilla figure. Just do that, but with this guy, but pink. I'd buy that. I know a bunch of people that would buy that. Hell yeah. Now, for the most part, Godzilla is just going to be solid rubber, but when it comes to his body, it almost feels like there's a plastic shell under there. But then I tried doing this. He does bend, so the body is probably a solid piece of rubber. Everything else, it's all bendy and rubbery and malleable and all that fun stuff. Boom. Yeah, you see that? Boom. Backhand him. Boom. Just like Obi-Wan. Boom. Or Qui-Gon Jinn did to Darth Maul in Episode 1. Yeah, boom. Yeah, boom. Same thing's gonna be happening with Godzilla's jaw over here. It's very wiggly and jiggly and, yeah. You can actually... And unlike Kong, Godzilla will actually retain all of his articulation. But before we talk about that, Godzilla's underbelly will be a nice thin white paint, which is nice with this, what I originally thought was black, but now looks like a very murky Hedorah-like brown. Interesting. The pink paint this time actually feels somewhat screen accurate. The translucent pink dorsal fins are, I feel like they're different from what we've seen in the past. They just feel like pink. Well, the original ones I think were more of like a pinkish red. These just feel pink. And the details are fantastic. I do very much love that. And then as we move into the tail, the pink becomes a hell of a lot less fluorescent as it is here, but it does a better job matching up than prior parts before. The toes will remain unpainted, as will the claws. The eyes, as we already discussed, will mostly be looking forward, but they are a little uneven. Pink tongue for Godzilla. Teeth paint for Godzilla looking pretty good on all sides except for this one. Bro looks like he missed a couple days at the dentist. And just overall, Rubber Goji, he feels cool. He's nice. I'm gonna feel weird about leaving him in a room with very poor AC ventilation because I feel like I'm just gonna walk in on this guy melting one day. How rubber is Godzilla? That rubber. Look at that. Look at that buckle. Look at that bend. Look at that. Yeah, hell yeah. Tail? I mean, it was always pretty bendy, but now it's extra bendy and rubbery and stuff. These will be probably the most malleable they've ever been, and along with keeping all of his articulation, Godzilla will actually be retaining all of his major details. He ain't losing much, except maybe ankle articulation. Is that a thing? As discussed prior, the mouth will open and close. Nothing that I feel comfortable with when it comes to the head. Arms will be able to move all the way around. Arms will be able to move all the way around. Legs will be able to... Can we do it? Can we do it? Yes! All the way around. Fire, fire. Okay, well, this one's making me nervous. Oh, it's possible. Yes. Still pre-posed legs, though, so it doesn't matter. Tail will be able to move left to right, up and down, and all the way around. Now, you tell me, does this or does this not look more and more like a Yep, gonna have to censor that too. Let's kick off the finale with size comparisons, yes. Shokugan, Movie, King, Playmates, SH Monster Arts. Soon, HG, more Playmates, Finger Puppets. Feel this drop. Yeah, boom. Hell yeah. I do so hope you all enjoyed this review, and when next we meet, I will be talking about the Bandai Limited Movie Monster Series Godzilla Store exclusive video game version bag-in. And then Playmates Godzilla x Kong The New Empire One Eye. And then the Movie Monster Series Godzilla Store exclusive Godzilla Voxel Wars color version Godzilla -1. Gonna be a packed week. See ya.